Hey friends, welcome to this episode of Be Amazing. I'm doing something this morning that I don't often do, and I'm also doing something that my favorite daughter says I do too much. The thing that I don't often do is leave my house early on a Saturday morning to go to a conference. And this happens to be a conference that I am hosting. So I had to get up and go. The thing that I do that my favorite daughter says I do too often is record videos while I'm driving. So it is what it is. But I've got a question for you today, and that is, why are you here? And by here, I mean the place you are and the time that you are right now. Why do you live where you live? Why do you work where you work? Why do you go to school where you go to school? Why are you in the neighborhood that you're in? Ever think about those questions? And you think, well, just kind of the way things happen. That's where the job was, or it's where I grew up, or whatever it may be. I think lots of times in our life of faith, and the thing that, and as that applies to our participation in a local church, we think in terms of that if we are genuinely seeking God's direction, if we are genuinely praying, there's a possibility that He may send us somewhere. And that doesn't necessarily mean a relocation of living, but it may mean that He may send us to another job. He might send us to another place to live. But here's what I want us to think about today. What if you are where you are because God already sent you there? Now, you may not have had any sense of awareness of that, or and for some of you, you may have a strong sense that there was a time where God was directing you, and that's how you ended up where you were. But it may be that you've just kind of gone along with the flow of the way life unfolded before you, and this is where you are, and you've never had this really awareness that God has specifically sent you to the place that you are and doing the things that you're doing. That's actually part of what our conference is about today. But I just want to make the application to all of us, and here is the golden nugget. If indeed we are followers of Jesus Christ, that is, we belong to Him because we have placed our faith in Him, we are already sent. We are constantly sent. We don't have to wait for an inspiration to say, where is God sending me? The truth of the matter is that God is always sending. God is a sending God. God has sent us into the world, and whatever you're doing today, how much difference would it make if you went about today's activities with an awareness that God has sent you into today for the purpose of bringing glory to Him, for the purpose of revealing His character, for the purpose of perhaps pointing someone else to Him because of what they see in you. There may be a time when you have such a strong awareness that God is sending you that you really will go to a different place. You really will move to a different job or move to a different house in another town. But what I want us to see every day, even if we are, in the case of my wife and I, we are coming up on 29 years in the same house. But every day we are sent. So whoever you will come in contact with today, understand that God sent you there. That's not to put pressure on you. That's to help you recognize the amazing truth that God always invites us into what He's doing in the world and wants us to cooperate with Him. So, Whether it's just a regular Saturday morning for you, or whenever you're watching this, it may be whatever day of the week it is, but whatever your day is and whatever it holds, live sent. And now go and be amazing.